The Maltese vegan. Merry Christmas. This is all I'm having today. Ginkgo, vitamin D3, vegan of course, and B12. Seems like a frowny smiley. It's the 3rd of December, day 3, Vlogmas number 3. Okay, there we go. Today's nugget of wisdom. Staying young is trying out new tastes, new places to go, new styles. Staying young is about keeping a fresh vision of the world, being interested, being stimulated, being motivated, being adventurous. Staying young is a state of mind. With that in mind, I'm off to do some exercise because us old people need that, and then I have to do my usual 20 minutes of house chores. So this time for this Vlogmas, I wanted to spare you the savers routine, which I'll explain what I'm referring to in a few seconds. And you've probably seen me do the meditation, visualization, yoga, exercise, reading and stuff like that. Although I'm going to spare you that, I just wanted to explain a bit what it all involves. I've actually been doing this for quite some time already, but I just came across one of the videos of the Vegan Family TV, they're previously known as the Vegan Fitness TV channel, and they're actually mentioning this savers. I hadn't heard of it before, and when they explained what it was almost exactly what I was already doing. So now I kind of just use that, to always remember everything that has to be done in the morning as a morning routine. And basically the savers is, it's an acronym, so it stands for silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing. The only one I don't really do is the latter, the last one. I usually do it mentally. You're meant to write it down, hence the word scribing. But yeah, so that just explains a bit the reasoning behind the morning routine, no? So we've got silence, we've got stuff like meditation or prayer, affirmation where you say encouraging words to yourself, visualization, as the word implies, you're visualizing what you could be or are doing or will be doing. Exercise, I do yoga, you could do cycling, you could do running, you could do whatever, but I try to keep everything short for all these steps. So meditations about 10 to 15 minutes, affirmations not more than a minute, visualization not more than a minute, exercise 10 to 15 minutes or so, reading about 10 to 15 minutes or so. You've seen me read the book and I've also read you some parts of it, and scribing where you're writing down what you're thankful for. So yeah, that's just a brief explanation of my morning routine. I've done some smoothie prep, waiting for this to thaw. I might pour in, as usual, some hot water. It's got kale, as you can see, cranberries, blueberries, some pineapple, whatever I had left over, spinach, and then I'll be throwing in some banana. This is one of them, and I get some more. And I forgot to put in beans, that's coming up, and the smoothie the superfood smoothie mix which I have. Check out my video on how to make that. And then I've got to put ginger and turmeric. This is why I always have some beans as backup, some canned beans, because I've finished all the beans which I've cooked myself and which were in the freezer. So this is all I have left. I've got to do some in the weekend probably. As you can see, I've added the lentils, the super food powder smoothie mix on top, the turmeric in there, the ginger over there. I forgot I have to add 1 cup of non-dairy milk, and then it's time to blend. So I think it's defrosted by now. What do you think? Had my daily supplement of Brazilian nuts, snacked on some junk food, soy biscuits, some more delicious junk food, lentil chips. While I'm boiling water to make some rice and throwing in a 1/4 cup of quinoa. So I'm not yet quite sure how this is going to make any sense. But for the rice, I'm gonna try and make some sort of cheesy sauce. Not quite, I don't even know what to call it in fact. I hope this thing is still good. So, I've got some miso over there, it's like about half or maybe 3/4 of a tablespoon. Gotta make sure that that's like watery enough to be mixed in the rice. And mix in some dried chives, or preferably fresh ones, and a bit of onion powder, about 1 teaspoon at least, and then keep adding until you get a good pleasant taste. Just gonna add a bit more water to make it as liquid. Probably added too much, 1 tablespoon would have been enough. We're kind of making a dressing, I suppose. I'm adding that to the rice. Mix that in well. Now I'm just gonna add some nutritional yeast. I'd say this is about 1 tablespoon. I've got this other nutritional yeast. They're different makes. They've got different ingredients. So one of them is purely nutritional yeast. This has some other stuff in it and has a bit of a more cheddar-like flavor, so I'm gonna add another tablespoon of that, so it's like half and half of both types of nutritional yeast. You can just use the regular nutritional yeast and just put 2 tablespoons of that. And start adding enough turmeric to turn the rice slightly yellow or very yellow, depending on how much turmeric you can stand. Taste-wise. Some pepper as always, especially to absorb the turmeric. Then I'm gonna add some of this morning's lentils. I'm throwing in about 3 tablespoons, you could put as much as you want. I'm adding in some leftovers, which I hope haven't gone off, just some beans. These do not look too good, so these are going to the bin. There's just like this much, so. And pièce de résistance, the mighty vegan sausage. I've got like a handful. It's made of half a sausage, which I've halved again and sliced into small bits. Let's give it a bit of a taste. Not spectacular. I guess it's good enough for something I just pooped out of my mind. It's not too bad. It lacks a bit of flavor, and I wish I had some garlic powder, for example. That would have helped, and maybe it needs a bit of a kick. So I'm adding some chili. It's also cold, so that isn't helping. So to heat it up, you could either reheat it on the stove, but you risk burning that, or else put it in a plate, the plate you're gonna serve it in, and put that in the microwave. Obviously, make sure it's microwavable. By the way, this is what it looks like, because you haven't seen anything, in fact. Should zoom out. All done. It actually turned out to be pretty good, even if I say so myself. Probably needed the heat, it was still a bit cold as I said earlier, and once I heated it up, it was really good. Loads of flavor, delicious. Felt a bit peckish and making myself a bit of a quick sandwich, just didn't know what to put in it. Found some tempeh bacon, put in some mustard, and that's it. This is right before I go to the supermarket to get some well-needed fresh veg. So this is what I'm having for dinner. Some leftover rice from the afternoon, some steamed broccoli, some sweet potato balls, which I've shown you in previous shots. Got some boiled mushrooms with green beans, but obviously not just boiled. They've got spices, chili, ground garlic powder, and pepper. Some baked tofu with soy sauce, and some artichoke hearts. So for dessert, I'm making myself some Christmas oatmeal, quite typical. So as you see, I've got banana here, chopped apple here, and a few dates over here. I've already got my oatmeal soaking in water and about a cup or 3/4 cup of non-dairy milk. I'm using oat milk in this case. And with all that, we can start making the oatmeal. So we can add the fruit in. I like to have my fruit a bit mushy in there, so if you want them to be crisp, add them in the end. Turn on the heat. Next we've got some frozen cranberries. I'm gonna pour the cooked oatmeal on top of it. Make sure you don't make my mistake of having too small a bowl, not being able to stir it well, and causing that to have the bottom burnt. But I kind of caught it in time. Oh crap, even the bowl is small, it's too small. Well, it's either the bowl that's too small or it's my oatmeal that's too big. So you're meant to be able to mix this. I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla essence and some stevia. You can use any sweetener that you want. and mix well. As I said, use a bigger bowl because I'm suffering here. In fact, screw that. I'm not sure if this is gonna be much better, but let's try it out. Slightly better. And then add some crushed walnuts. Now I'm ready to begin.